Imagine this. You're driving home from work. Someone runs a stop sign and crashes into your vehicle. Thankfully, nobody is seriously hurt. Your first thought is everyone okay? Your second thought is probably, my car is wrecked. But what most people don't realize is that the decisions you make in the next 15 minutes can have a huge impact on your insurance claim. As an auto claims adjuster, I've seen people unintentionally make simple mistakes that delayed their claims, reduced their settlement, or created unnecessary headaches. Today, I'm going to walk you through the 5 biggest mistakes I see after an accident and how you can avoid them. Welcome back to Claims Confidential. I'm Ryan, an auto claims professional, and on this channel, I explain how the claims process really works so you can make informed decisions if you're ever involved in an accident. As always, this video is for general educational purposes only. Every claim and every insurance policy is different. Now, let's get into mistake number 1. So mistake number 1, admitting fault at the scene. This is probably the biggest misconception people have. Immediately after a collision, emotions are running high. People are shaken up, they're apologizing, they're trying to be polite. You'll often hear someone say, "I'm so sorry," or "I didn't see you," or "This was my fault." Here's the problem. At the scene of an accident, nobody has all the information. You don't know exactly what the other driver saw. You don't know if there are witnesses. You don't know if there's dash cam footage. You may not even remember the sequence of events correctly because of the adrenaline. Fault is determined after evidence is reviewed, not in the middle of the road. That doesn't mean you should argue with the other driver. Stay calm, exchange information, cooperate with police if they're attending, stick to the facts. There's a big difference between saying, "I was traveling north," and saying, "This was definitely my fault." Let the investigation determine responsibility. Mistake number 2 is not taking enough photos. You cannot take too many photos. Seriously, your phone is one of the most valuable tools you have after an accident. Take pictures of every side of both vehicles, close-ups of damage, wide shots showing where the vehicles ended up, road signs, traffic lights, lane markings, skid marks, debris, weather conditions, any visible injuries if appropriate. One thing I've learned from handling claims is that scenes change so quickly. Vehicles get moved, roads get cleared, weather changes, and your memory fades. Photos preserve what actually happened. I've seen situations where a single photo settled a disagreement that otherwise could have dragged on for weeks. Same applies to videos. If you have video option on your phone, make sure you take a video of the scene along with some pictures. Mistake number 3 is waiting too long to report the accident. Some people think, it's only a scratch. I'll call tomorrow. Maybe we can work it out privately. I really dislike that one. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. The problem is that damage isn't always visible. Modern vehicles hide expensive components behind plastic bumpers. What looks like a small dent can end up requiring thousands of dollars in repairs. Delaying the report can also make it harder to investigate what happened. As mentioned previously, memories fade. Evidence disappears. Witnesses become difficult to locate. If you're unsure whether you should report the accident, check your policy and follow your insurer's reporting requirements. It's generally better to report promptly and let the process move forward than to wait until the situation becomes more complicated. Mistake number 4 is not understanding your coverage. And this is a really big one. It's something I see all the time. People just assume, my insurance covers everything. Unfortunately, that's not always true. Coverage depends entirely on the policy that you purchased. Some examples. Do you have rental coverage? Do you have collision coverage? Do you have comprehensive coverage? Do you have accident forgiveness? Do you have replacement cost coverage? Do you know what coverage will cover you for a hit and run? Many people don't discover what's included or what isn't until after the accident has already happened. One of the best things you can do today is spend 10 minutes reviewing your policy. You don't have to memorize every page, just understand the basics. Knowing your coverage before an accident can save you a lot of frustration later. Mistake number 5 is focusing only on your vehicle. When people walk away from an accident, they naturally look at the damage to their car. That's their baby, that's their vehicle. They want to make sure they get that all documented. They want to make sure it's okay, it's safe to drive. But don't forget about yourself. Some injuries don't appear immediately. Adrenaline is a very powerful thing. People often wake up the next morning with neck pain, back pain, or other symptoms they didn't notice at the scene. If you're injured, seek appropriate medical attention and follow your healthcare provider's recommendations. Also, keep receipts for any accident-related expenses, such as towing, transportation, or other costs that may be relevant to your claim, depending on your coverage. Accidents are stressful. Nobody expects to be involved in one, but avoiding these 5 mistakes can make the claims process much smoother for yourself and for your adjuster. So, to recap, don't admit fault at the scene. Take lots of photos and videos. Report the accident promptly. Understand your insurance coverage. And remember that your health matters just as much as your vehicle. The more prepared you are, the easier it is to navigate the claims process if the unexpected happens. If you found this video helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to Claims Confidential. My goal is to help you understand the insurance claims process before you ever need it. In the next episode, we're going to tackle one of the biggest frustrations drivers have. Why does my insurance settlement feel so low? If you've got a question about insurance or auto claims, leave it in the comments. You might inspire a future episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.